We tend to look at suicide as a statistic or a tragic final decision, but in reality, it's a desperate search for relief. It is the desire to escape constant, isolating pain that simply won't quiet down. This search for relief is especially intense for our veterans. They return home having to carry the weight of chaotic environments and unimaginable physical and emotional burdens. In the military, survival relies on a strict, unspoken code. You stay strong, you push through the mission, and you never talk about your internal struggles. In a combat zone, that mindset keeps you alive. In civilian life, it becomes a psychological trap. Strength without expression turns into internal pressure, and pressure with no release becomes highly dangerous. Add in the stress of everyday survival, and that danger multiplies rapidly. When basic physical needs go unmet, like struggling with food insecurity, the feeling of isolation intensifies. We have critical resources like the 988 Crisis Lifeline available 24/7, but a hotline is the absolute last line of defense, built for someone who is already standing right at the edge. To effectively save a life, we have to reach veterans long before they ever need to make that phone call. We have to intercept that hidden pressure early. Intercepting that pressure requires stepping out of the clinic and into the neighborhood. Real prevention has to be relational. This means creating environments where people can sit down and speak honestly about their pain, without feeling judged, and without someone immediately jumping in to fix them on the spot. Right in the Atlanta area, grassroots groups like Negative to Positive, or N2P, are building exactly these kinds of environments for veterans and men. Instead of standard talk therapy, N2P focuses on tactical mentorship. They actively work alongside veterans to break negative cycles through discipline and community support. They use practical tools, like their Change Agent workshops, and published behavioral blueprints authored by Dr. Paul A. Posey, giving men a tangible roadmap for managing life, love, and family. When these localized groups help stabilize a person's physical and basic daily needs, they are simultaneously stabilizing the mind. The everyday stress decreases. This kind of tactical, community-level support creates a vital middle ground. It transforms isolation into shared purpose, leaving room for hope to finally return. Yet, as effective as these local mentorship programs are, individual organizations simply do not have the institutional weight to shape massive government policy debates. To secure widespread support, that local energy has to reach places like the Georgia State Capitol. This is exactly where the Veterans Coalition Foundation steps in. Their strategy is to take scattered, small, and large veteran service organizations from all over the state and unify them under a single umbrella. When you link hundreds of smaller groups together, they converge into a massive collective voting bloc of 1.8 million members. This united front wields serious political power, publishing detailed report cards tracking how legislators vote on veteran issues. Elevating grassroots community support into sheer institutional accountability ensures that elected officials cannot ignore their veteran constituents. This massive, unified bloc takes the fight directly to the highest levels of government to secure funding for PTSD support, eliminate veteran homelessness, and expand educational programs. Offering a passing "thank you for your service" falls short when we tolerate systemic neglect. What actually works is an active, connected chain. It starts with a single, honest conversation, grows into local, tactical workshops, and scales all the way up to state-level lobbying. These three tiers are not separate, isolated charities. They are interlocking gears of a single, necessary machine, designed specifically to catch the people who might otherwise fall through the cracks. To genuinely honor the sacrifice of a veteran, we have to build and maintain this relentless, multi-tiered ecosystem. It is the surest path to restore their value, rebuild connection, and save lives.